Even in an underprepared school, a blue-collar district located in northern New Jersey is determined to rise above.
Okay, I'm the Assistant Director of Special Services, and I work for special needs students, developing programs, hiring and firing special needs staff, helping to bring kids back from districts, working with the child study teams, working with the people from an administrative point of view, by helping to make programs. Like, for instance, we have a multiple disabilities program. This summer, we launched a program where they could go out and work and get gainful employment, be paid for the summer. They were working in horticulture, and they were working in the community, doing gardening, and then they got points, and from the points that translated into dollars, and then they earned Visa gift cards. So they were learning how to go to work, gainful employment. I think a lot of things that are lacking here are parental involvement. Parental involvement is really weak. I mean, research-wise, it is weaker in the urban schools than you might see in the suburban schools or rural schools, but here it's quite bad. And I think that's something that we're trying to work on to get more parents to participate, because all the research says that, if the parents are involved and you have a homeschool connection, that students do better. And if students do better, then their prospects for after graduation are much better. So I think in our community, that is a huge area, huge gap. In fact, my dissertation had a lot to do with that, middle school parental involvement in a homework program. And we made a team homework program. And when we did all the research and collected the data and did the stats on it, when the parents were involved through this program that lasted for maybe about 3 months or so, that the homework grades did go up, which influenced their grades, which therefore made their grades get higher, and there was a more homeschool connection going on, so the kids did better. I think we need to have more community involvement and more parental involvement. I think those are the two areas that would help all this other awesome stuff that we have here kind of connect with what we have out in the community. There's a disconnect there between home and school and community and school. The whole push for kindergarten was weakened until we opened our preschool. Now we have a free preschool, and that preschool really does help to prepare the kids for kindergarten. I think the kids are prepared for kindergarten pretty much. Elementary into middle school, with all the changes in the programs now, there's a lot of changes in education, statewide, federal-wide, even global-wise. I think that maybe having more of the rigor in the curriculum at a younger age, and maybe including special needs kids more with gen ed kids for more classes throughout the day will help the rigor to increase, which will help to better prepare them to make a bridge from elementary to middle school, and from middle to high school, the same thing. But actually, I think the bridge from middle to high school is less than the bridge from elementary to middle school, which is huge. I think there's a disconnect there as well. Lacking, I think, is the rigor in the curriculum. I think it needs to be more rigorous in the elementary school, and I think the students need to be, especially special needs students, more independent in their learning styles. They need to be taught to learn more independently or interdependently, maybe more internet usage. I'm not saying it's not used, but maybe more Google projects, maybe more differentiation, maybe more just tiering and leveling and individualizing instructions so that each kid can be more the best they could be, as opposed to maybe more of a homogenous kind of a teaching style that kind of doesn't keep them behind, but it doesn't prepare them to be in yet a more rigorous level in 6th through 8th grade. And I also think in a community like this, there has to be some type of old school employment knowledge, like learning how to hold and sustain a job, especially for special needs kids. And of course, I'm always going to go back to that because that's my reference point, but there needs to be teaching on how to get a job, perform a job, hold a job, and sustain a job. Because a lot of the people in this community, especially special needs kids, that's exactly what they're going to do upon high school graduation. They may go to a 2-year community college, but I think that same thing, that same skill still applies. Some will go to college. I'm not saying it's a non-college town, but it's a smaller percentage than, say, the suburbs and some other areas, rural areas. So I think that we need to focus on the rigor and the curriculum for everybody, definitely. But I also think we need to focus on some type of gainful employment. People need to learn how to be independent.
Today, Gerholt, come on up. Tell us what our weather's like.
No.
I
Are
think
you
you're right.
doing a good job?
We have our
Sky